Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you a sunset eyeshadow look with my Morphe 35B palette. If you haven't seen it already, I'll show you it. It looks like this. So it's got quite a lot of shades in, a lot of variety. Today I'm going to be focusing more on the colours in this section, so the oranges and the yellows. I have already got my eyebrows done and carved them out, but I will prep and prime my eyelids and then I'll show you it. What we're gonna do. So like I said, I have already done my eyebrows and I've carved them out, and then we're just going to use Pia Louise base because that's my favorite. It's a bit dirty, don't mind that. In Room of 4, it's a bit darker, but it is for oranges and yellow shades, so it should blend quite nicely. So I am just going to take it on this thin little brush. It's from Makeup Revolution. It's part of the eyebrow set, I do believe. And then I am just gonna brush that on my lid. As you can see, it is quite dark, but once I've got the oranges and yellows on there, it will blend quite nicely. I've now got both my eyes prepped and primed with the Pia Louise base, and now we're going to move on to shadow. So like I said, I am now going to do shadow. We are going to use the Morphe 35B palette. What we're going to do first is we're going to use the yellow shade right in this corner here. I think this is a very pretty shade, and I'm going to use it on this brush that came in my Urban Decay palette. Just like that, and I'm going to just do it on this side, and then I'll come back. As you can see, I've got my yellow on the inner corner, and now I'm going to go with a bit of orange on the outside. For that, I am going to use this colour right here, because I think these two together just look so nice. And for that, I am going to be using my Real Techniques brush. I don't know what this one's called, but it's a big fluffy brush. Take that. Do is like take it slightly into the yellow. Don't take it all the way over, just because then you're going to get rid of all the yellow you just put down. So you just want to take it slightly over into the yellow. So it should start to look a bit like that. Now you don't have to come too far in either, because we're going to do some in the middle as well. Okay, so once you've done that, it should look a little something like this. Now it's not quite perfect because obviously we're not finished yet, we're not all the way done, but you just want to make sure you've got lots of colour on, and then we're going to clean up the edges and stuff in a minute. I'll highlight the brow bone, and I'm also going to highlight the inner corner. I always highlight the inner corner because, I don't know, it's just become a thing. Like, I just started doing it one day, and now I have to do it every single day. So what I do is, with my eyebrows, I use the Revolution Ultra Brow palette. The front's like scratched off, but it looks like this. So what I do is I take this shade, which is an under the brow highlight, because I just think it's the perfect thing for it, and then I just go just under the eyebrow with like a tiny little brush like this. And then for my inner corner, I love a bit of Revolution. It's a Revolution Pro palette. I pretty much only use it for this shade, as you can see, because I've hit pan, and it's just like a really pretty white shade, and I use it to brighten up my inner corners like this. Yes. I like bright, sparkly. That is me. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sunshiny yellow shade, and I'm going to do like, not cut crease, but I'm just going to bring it across the lid, but not all the way to the other corner because I want my orange peeking through still. I'm just going to use this brush, nice little flat brush, like that. And I'm going to take the gold shade, and I'm just going to start to pack it on, focus it more on the front, No, it's going to look a bit crazy at first, but I am going to blend it out, don't worry. Yeah, but I will blend it in a bit more in a minute. I'm just going to do this eye. This eye always goes great, and then this one's the one that's like, what are you doing, hon? I'm going to just take that fluffy brush that we used before and just kind of blend the edges. And just slightly take time, blend out those edges. And then I'm going to just take this brush, so it's got a yellow shade on it, dab it a bit in the product, and then just go over that yellow just a tiny bit, just because I feel like I was losing it a bit, and we don't want to lose any colour. I do like a bit of a definition, just because of the way my eyes are shaped. Like, I think it makes my eyes look good, but you don't have to do it like that. So then we've got our main eyeshadow done, and then what I do now, I cheat a little bit. So I like to clean it up with like concealer, because all my eyes tend to be sort of cat wing sort of look, like dragged upwards, just because that's what suits my eye shape, because my eyes are two completely different shapes. So when I do this, it makes them the same shape, which is great, because nobody realizes until I walk around without my makeup on, and then they're like, your eyes look strange, and I'm like, oops. So what I do is I literally just take that and sweep upwards, and then it just gives like a really crisp line. Now I am using the concealer from my eyebrow palette, which is like perfect. It's really good for like cleaning up and stuff. No matter how neat I apply stuff, it's never gonna go like exactly as straight as it will when I do this. And then the brush I use is just this. It came as part of the eyebrow palette. It's like a flat topped little thin brush. It's just so good for like making a straight line. See how nice that looks, how nice she looks. And then, like I said, the fun is always getting this side to match this side, just because they are two different shapes. So I like to start out like wider than I think it's going to be, and then sort of work my way in, just so I haven't like wiped off a bunch of my product and then I'm like, oh. So like that, nice sharp sort of wings. Now you can just leave like this if you want to, if you wanted to just sort of have eyeshadow, but I do tend to do liner as well, because I am extra and I always put on lashes, so I can't have lashes without liner because doesn't work for me. It's just not a go-to. So what I'm going to do is get my liner, which is here. It is so used and abused, but it's my absolute favorite, and I buy it over and over and over again. It is the Crazy Look by Miss Sporty, and it's like this. I don't know what is in my hand. It sparkles. It's like this. It's like a literal like little felt pen, and it is perfect. Like every time I can't do liquid eyeliner, don't have the energy, don't have the strength. It could be blacker, but I probably need a new one. So but what I do is I literally, it's such a cheat, I literally just start to draw and follow the line of like where I cut the eyeshadow, and then I can literally just trace it and then make it like, it's such, everyone's like, oh my god, your eyeliner, and I'm like, and then you're gonna lean it across. I'm gonna use my mirror for this bit because it's scary. Now you don't have to do your wings this big, and I don't always do mine this big, but sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller. Just depends how I'm feeling on the day and what lashes I'm wearing. Also, that is a big impact. I don't tend to wear like small eyelashes, so it makes sense to do big eyeliner, because if I've got big lashes. And then I'm just going to do the other eye. Okay, so I've done them as equal as I can get them. What are you going to do about it? But that is how they look. nice and sharp. I feel like the concealer really does help just get them as sharp as I want, and I feel like it's just a good guide to just whack it on. Makes it a lot quicker than like trying to figure it out and draw it. Not about that. Okay, so some people put their mascara and the eyelashes on now. I do my base and then I do my mascara and my eyelashes and everything. So I'm going to move on to face. You can skip this part if you want to, if you're just here for the eyes, and that's fine. First is use a primer. I've been liking the Professional at the moment, just the normal one by Benefit. You can take as much or as little as you want. I've got that blended in, and then I'm going to do foundation, and you can use whatever foundation you like. I tend to go through a variety of foundations depending on how I'm feeling. So I think today I'm going to use a lot of Makeup Revolution. I love that brand and it's very affordable. Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in F5, because I'm quite pale at the moment, and what I do is I just dot this on. At the moment I've been using my stippling brush by The Body Shop, because I don't know, I used to use a sponge and I've kind of gone off it. I like to go over it with a sponge sometimes, and I just blend that in. I don't worry too much about under my eye because I'm going to conceal in a minute. And don't worry about this too much in a minute because I'm going to use my concealer to blend that. But I feel like this is a really good like full coverage foundation. Like if you can see the difference, especially because I'm quite spotty at the moment. I do be struggling. I'm just gonna do the other side. I'm just gonna do my forehead and my nose. I just take it on, start to blend it out. Make sure you blend it into your hairline, of course, because nobody wants an orange hairline, especially if you've got blonde hair. Well, I've got kind of blonde hair at the moment. What I do with eyebrows is I just kind of, I won't lie, I just kind of go over them, because my eyebrows are quite dark, so I don't mind if I get a bit of like foundation on them. Okay, it'll just lighten them up a bit. There we go, like this. You can still see that spot a little bit, but well. And then my nose, I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to blend it out that way. Make sure that's all blended in. I'm going to go over it all, just smooth it over. Like this little chunk of sunshine's really doing bits of me. And then I'm going to take my concealer. Now, this isn't actually a concealer, but because I was so like tan in summer, I've been using it quite a lot. It's actually the Huda Beauty foundation in Shortbread 200B, and it's really, really light. Got it from a friend of mine because it was too light for her, and she was like, do you want it? And I was like, yes, because I'm pretty good at like finding uses for things. So as you can see, this is, I won't lie, this is obviously a great foundation. I love it as a concealer. I probably, if you wanted a full coverage foundation, I'd definitely use this one because this is great. I have a little vein at the side of my eye, and I feel like this covers it really, really well. And I'll just do my nose for highlight. Okay, so that is all blended in now. Nice and blended. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution, Bake and Blot in white, just because I feel like this doesn't put any extra colour on, because I don't want more colour. And I go under the eyes with just a fluffy brush, just because my eyes tend to crease. And then I don't bake my nose, but I just put quite a lot of powder on and leave it for a minute or two, just because I do get really oily and I don't want it to slip around while I'm at work. So that looks like a lot of powder, but I'll be wiping it off. And then I go under my cheekbone to kind of do, like, sharpen up where my contour is going to be. Can't really see it. And just sort of blend that out a bit. We're going to blend out the nose because I look crazy. I just like to put a bit more on, like, so I can brush off any extra, but kind of give my nose a chance to soak up anything it needs to, just because it does get really oily. So I don't want to look too powdery, and then I use whatever's left over on my brush to just go on my head. And then I'm going to do my contour. For this, I always buy the same, I have for years, contour, and it's a highlight palette as well, but I only really use a contour. It's from Collection. It looks like this. It's like a 2-panel one. It is the Contour Kit Highlight and Sculpt. I think this is the lighter one out of the two there is, but it's like a really nice sort of, it's not too warm or brown because they don't suit my skin, so it's kind of more of a muted brown. So I take it on a big fluffy brush, and then just, I don't really contour super harsh, I just kind of more bronze, but it's whatever you prefer to do. And then I start taking it up to my temples and then on my forehead as well, because we've got to have a bronzed forehead. So that side versus that side. So I've kind of got a slight sort of thing going on anyway, just because of when I put the powder down, but it makes quite a difference. Yeah, so I have just done the other side. Just need to blend it out a bit. I feel like there's always one side of your face that just goes better than the other. This is my favourite side, but oddly enough, this is the side I always used to post for pictures. So blend that out, and then at the moment I like love blush. Like I think it's the whole like craze on TikTok. Blush has just become a thing because I haven't used blush for months before this. So what I do is I just, more makeup revolution. Blush Reloaded Pink Lady. This is the one I use. It looks like this, and I just use this small brush because I feel like I don't want too big of a brush, and then I just go in on the higher parts of my face, just so it kind of is more, it kind of lifts it up rather than brings it down, because I already have pretty big like apples on my cheeks. And then I'll like bring it slightly down onto them. Let me just double check my mirror. Oh my gosh, I didn't even bronze my nose. I take a little bit of bronzer. I don't contour my nose either. I'm not a massive contour person, just because I did it before and I just look like a crazy person with loads of lines on my face. Wasn't for me, unfortunately. And then I'm also going to take the blush and just sort of go over the bridge of my nose. Now you don't want to do like this too harsh, because you will look like you've literally got sunburn, and you don't want that. That is not a look. That is, unless you want to look like you've got sunburn, that is the vibe you're going for, then you do it. You do you, boo. So I've got that, and then what I like to do, now I can't show you it because it's broken, because it's been thrown around quite a lot in my makeup bag, but I've got the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter, which is like, so sad, this pinky shade. So, and don't use it as just a highlight, like I go over my blush areas with it, just because it like emphasizes the blush. I think it looks really pretty. It's kind of like a naturally sort of glow, don't you see that? And then I love highlights, so we're going with lots of highlight. She's a highlight queen. I've got the Moonchild by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Can't say it, couldn't open it, it's going well. And then I think today I'm going to take Pink Heart and Lucky Clover, because this is like orangey and yellow sort of tones. I think they'll go well with my makeup. Sometimes I literally just swirl around in all of the colours go in, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to have all the highlight in the land. as you can see, that adds like such a nice glow. I'll highlight my nose, on the tip. I like to highlight my cupid's bow quite a lot. I like a really highlighted cupid's bow. And I basically just put highlight everywhere. And as your highlight done, you can add more if you want, you can put less on if you want, it's up to you. Like I said before, now we're going to go back to the eyes because we're not finished. So what I do, I know I do my eyeliner and then I curl my eyelashes because I don't know, I just do. I'm a bit strange like that. So I'm going to just curl them. So I've just curled my eyelashes. You can't really see them because they're tiny. So what I do is I use 2 different mascaras. I use Eye Define Lengthening Mascara Waterproof by MUA Makeup Academy, and then I also go in after with Supersize Fat Lash by Collection. I'm not really bothered with mascara because most of the time I have fake eyelashes on, so it doesn't really matter for me. So all I've done is that upper mascara. I don't do my lower mascara yet because I do that after I've stuck on my lashes. Done, and now I'm going to go stick on my lashes. The lashes I'm going to use today are by Kiss. They are called Splendor lashes. They look like this. I am just going to cut them so they fit my eyes, and then I'll show you what they look like. So I have got my eyelashes on. This is what they look like. They're really pretty and they are quite big eyelashes. So at this point I do my bottom mascara just because I don't like my lashes possibly sticking to them, so I'll do that now. And then you can tight line and waterline if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine. I normally do my mascara and then see how I feel about doing extra eyeliner. So I'm going to go do that and then I'll come back. So I'm back, I've done my lower lash mascara. I think for today I'm gonna leave this as it is. I don't want to put on any extra eyeliner, I think, because it's the lashes like are doing enough. I don't need like extra darkness. I'm gonna do lips now. So they are a bit dusty, musty, crusty at the moment, so please ignore that. I'm just gonna go over them with my beauty blender just to sort of neutralize them and just blend them into the edges. So my go-to at the moment has been 2 Little Mix lip liners that I got in a set at Christmas. It is, the colours have completely rubbed off, but they are like this. These colours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dark one on the outside and then take the light one on the inside. And I will just do that for you now. I do like to overline my lips slightly just because I do have quite full lips, but I just like making the bottom a little bit bigger. And then I just fill in the corners a little bit, just to darken it up, like this. And then I will take the lighter shade and go in the middle, like this, just to blend it. And then I go over the top of everything. I've been liking Satin Spirit from MAC. It looks like this. Just over the top. I think it looks really pretty, and you can just stop there, or you can add a gloss because I like a gloss. I like that glossy look. I've been using NYX Butter Gloss. Does it have a shade? Madeline. This is the shade Madeline. Gloss to it, but that is the finished look. And then you can do whatever hairstyle you want. Mine's like this, ready for work tonight, but you can do whatever you want. But yeah, this is the look. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and if you do really like it, subscribe. I am going to link down my Instagram for my makeup looks, all the ones I record and all the ones I just do day to day. I'll just put them all on there for you. But yeah, I hope you come back again soon. Bye.